It's a huge baseball card tonight on Friday, June the 27th, and I've got two free plays with analysis, including a national TV game for you coming up right here, right now. This is Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, right back here on WagerTalk TV, and we're going to get to that Royals-Dodgers national TV game on MLB Network in just a moment. But first, I want to talk about a nice matchup in the National League East at 7 o'clock Eastern between the Phillies and Braves. You know, only one game last night on Thursday, and that was the MLB Network game, Braves-Mets. I watched that entire game, and boy, the Atlanta offense did not look good against what was a pretty mediocre pitching staff for the Mets last night. I think that's a bad sign going forward this evening. Problem is, though, the Phillies are ice cold offensively as well. We have seen some early sharp money hit the Braves today. This line opened minus 140 up to minus 180. Definitely not laying that kind of a number with the struggling Braves team right now. But I'm not sure I'm ready to back the Phillies either, as they're not in very good current form. So let's look at the total instead. And I think the under is the play in this one. Philadelphia has gone under now 4 straight and 6 of their last 8. The Braves, meanwhile, had gone under 6 straight, and they've now gone, and then they had 2 overs, but they had that low-scoring 4-0 loss last night, so they've now gone under in 7 of their last 9. They've had only 3 and 6 hits the last 2 nights. I don't think anything changes tonight at home for the Braves offensively. And Philadelphia in terrible current form offensively. They've had 4 hits in 2 of their last 3 games. In fact, they've only scored 1 run total in their last 3 games. But their pitching is getting it done. In fact, if you take out that 11-4 loss to the Mets about a week ago on the 21st, this team's been fantastic. Their other 7 games, they've given up 2 runs or less. So that's why they're on an under run here. So Phillies pitching's been strong. I don't see Atlanta having a lot of success tonight, but I'm not sure the Phillies will either. So we're going to look at under the total here. And this was over 9 most of the morning, but now we've seen some 9.5. There's actually been some sharp money on the over in this game, and I disagree with that, especially once you get to 9.5. 9 is a very key number. It's the most key number of baseball totals. Now that we're seeing some 9.5s in many books, I think under 9.5 or more is worth a look between the Phillies and Braves. Abel, Elder on the mound, 2 mediocre pitchers, and that's why this total is so high. But once again, we also have 2 struggling offenses. Now that it's hit 9.5 in many locations, I think there is some value with the under 9.5 or more between the Braves and Phillies. That's at 7:15 Eastern tonight on Friday. All right, let's look at that national TV game tonight at 8 Eastern on MLB Network. Interleague action, Dodgers and the Royals. You know, and overall this year, the Dodgers have maybe underachieved a little bit from preseason expectations. You would say it's hard to believe you're underachieving when you're 51-31, but everyone thought the Dodgers should never lose. What's interesting, though, is if you break down the Dodgers' win-loss record, very telling. When they've taken on right-handed starters, they're 40-20, 67%. When they've taken on left-handed starters this year, they're just 11-11, 500 baseball. Well, that does come into play tonight because Noah Cameron, the young sensational pitcher, is on the mound for the Royals. So on the surface, maybe not a great spot for the Dodgers, but if you dig deeper into those numbers, you know, the right-handed starter, left-handed starter data can be very misleading because that's only half a game. It doesn't account for the guys that come into the bullpen. And overall this year, the Dodgers have been a little bit weaker against left-handed pitching, but it's been more so at home. On the road, it's been pretty neutral. So once again, I'm not going to read too much into that stat, but I thought it was interesting to point out. And I do think this game could be higher scoring than expected. In fact, it's the biggest total on the board. It's the only true 9.5 on the board tonight out of all 15 games. And as I've always said, the highest totals go over, the lowest totals go under. We always look for a reason to play these high totals over, and I think we get it tonight. Never a reason not to play a Dodger game over. Their offense is potent, and I think they will get some runs. Now, the concern here is the Kansas City offense. Kansas City not in good current form. In fact, other than that 4-game win streak in the middle of June, they've lost their other 11 games on each side. So once again, they're still just 4-11 their last 15 overall. Not playing very good baseball, just 6-14 their last 20, and they have had some offensive problems. They've been shut out in back-to-back games, and they've scored 2 runs or less in 5 straight. So while I like the over 9.5, I think the safer way to play it might be Dodger team total over 5.5. If you want to take out that suspect Royals offense, then the team total over 5.5 for the Dodgers is a play. But I actually like the over 9.5 for the full game for a few reasons. First of all, another reason the Dodgers have maybe underachieved a little bit from preseason expectations has been a suspect bullpen. Bullpen ERA of 4.2. Their whip has been worse on the road this year. Kansas City, a decent bullpen. But once again, the Dodger bullpen has been suspect. So I think the Royals might get back on track offensively here, especially against Dustin May, who's not pitched well this season. 4.7 ERA And overall, the last 7 starts have been even worse, a 4.9 ERA in his last 7 outings. He has gone 6 innings or less in every one of those 7 outings, which means that Dodger bullpen will come into play tonight. So I do like over 9.5 here. And I mentioned Noah Cameron having a strong season this year, the rookie starter for Kansas City. But I also mentioned in a video last week, we did it last Saturday for you in that Padre-Royals game, that Cameron maybe not quite as good as overall numbers indicated. And he was hit by the Padres, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, and 3 walks in just 5 innings. He lost that game. In fact, he has lost 2 of his last 3 starts, and he has been below average in his last 3 starts, and he has not gone more than 5.5 innings in any of those 3 outings. So it looks like he's starting to wear down. Teams are starting to get notes on him, and I think the Dodgers might hit him a little bit better. I'd be careful with Noah Cameron. I played against him last Saturday for that reason with a free play video here, and I think once again the Dodgers will have some offensive success tonight on Friday. So once again, over 9.5, or you could just take Dodgers over 5.5 if you want to take that suspect Royals offense out of the equation. That's your MLB Network national TV game tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern on Friday. Hey, a pair of totals for you, an under and an over. Let me know what you're looking at tonight on Friday. I read the comments. I reply back. Comment below. What are your favorite baseball plays for Friday night? Side, total, maybe some player props. Include some analysis if you have time. Let's learn and earn and win together here on WagerTalk TV. And once again, if you're liking these free play videos, I know basketball's done. I did every NBA playoff game every day this postseason. So yeah, I'm taking a little bit of a breather here or there, but going to get a lot of baseball videos up for you as well. Maybe not every single day. It's a long baseball season, but I will get them up during the week. So if you want to know when these free play baseball videos are posted, subscribe and click the bell for an instant alert here on WagerTalk TV. And if you want to see more of them, thumbs up, like the video, and a positive comment below, and I will keep them coming all summer long here for free on WagerTalk TV. Hey, one thing I do have every single day are baseball best bets. I handicap the card every single day. I don't always jump on the videos here, but I am always analyzing the baseball card for my clients and for my personal bankroll as well. And it's so simple. If I have a play that I like, if I'm using it, my clients get it. One set of selections. They're my personal best bets. I've won consistently now for 29 years. I started back in 1996 as a full-time professional capper. If I have a play, my clients get it. And I'm very selective. Maybe 1 to 3 best bets per day on average, but that selectivity pays off. Last year, in 2024, I was number 1 in best bet profit at WagerTalk and all sports combined. In fact, by the end of August, we had already doubled our bankroll last summer, and that was due in large part to a huge baseball season. In fact, we finished up over 103 units of profit, doubled our bankroll with baseball alone last year in 2024. You know, about a decade ago was the best winning streak I ever had in baseball. I won 19 straight games, and it happened exactly the day after the NBA Finals ended. Well, we're not going to do it this year because I'm just 3-1 so far this year since the NBA Finals ended last Sunday. But you know there's some monster streaks coming on. A 3-1 run already. We had a 58-27 baseball run last summer after the NBA Finals. So once again, this is a great time to get on board. I know it's quiet time. Many of you take the summer off and get ready for football, but why not build that bankroll as you get ready for football? And we got some special offers that will help you do it. Now, if you want my best bets for Friday, I do have 2 of them, a side and a total. 2 strong baseball best bets tonight. And oh, by the way, another bonus free play. Cardinals-Guardians game is up free on my page. So check out that free play between the Cardinals and Guardians, and also check out my 2 strong best bets for Friday night, SteveMerril, WagerTalk.com. But if you're ready to take a more consistent investment approach, we do have a 7-day offer for just $69. You know, we're celebrating July 4th a little bit early. We've already got a special offer up. 7 days of all sports for just $69. Unlimited cappers. You can use myself and anybody else you want as well. You can also make that a flex pick, which means you can hop around each and every day and use different cappers. So once again, 7 days for $69, dude. That's less than $10 a day. Works out to about $5 a play. You know, if you love $5 Tuesday, don't we all? Hey, by the way, Abe Lincoln is always close at hand for $5 Tuesday promos. But seriously, the 7 days for $69, I average 1 to 3 plays per day. That gets it down to about $5 for every play. Or if you want a serious long-term investment approach, if you're ready to take a serious investing approach to sports betting, the 1-year all-access is available right now with the $811 discount, plus a bonus 25% coupon, but you got to use a promo code SM365. Once again, I brought it back, promo code SM365, always the most popular offer I give every year because it's an instant $811 discount on the 1-year all-access. And for a limited time, you do get that bonus 25% coupon, which you can use for any other selections from any other cappers for the next year along the way. That gets it down to $3 a day, about $1 a play. It's going to get all of next year's college football season, all of next year's NFL season, all of next year's college basketball season, and all of next year's NBA season, the rest of this year's baseball into the first few months of next year's baseball. So this is a great time to get on board. You're getting all those full seasons. Plus, this is the monster time of the year to build your bankroll with baseball, as my track record has historically shown, including last summer. We doubled our bankroll by the end of August. Check it out, Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. And don't forget that daily bonus free play is up, including that Cardinals-Guardians free play for tonight on Friday. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. And hey, get to my page quicker with shortcut wt.buzz/SM. On the way out, don't forget to follow me on social media as well, at Steve Merril, 2 R's, 1 L, Merril, at Steve Merril on X and Instagram. And stay tuned here to Wager Talk TV, because you know there's more free play videos coming up next.